and on. 10 members of the family have represented Samoa, and more are here again. We've got the medalist last time, Dawn, and 21-year-old Jack Opologi, and they are trained by their coach, Ellie Opologi. She's Dawn's auntie. It's getting very complicated, but let's just say it's a power-packed family.
Yes, and in weightlifting, Faye Gainga-Stowers is back to defend her title in the new look 87 kilo plus. She was unable to compete at the Tokyo Olympics due to COVID travel restrictions.
The Solomons, the Happy Isles team, dominated by 39-year-old weightlifter Jenny Tegu-Winnie, won her first Commonwealth Games medal, and her nation's a bronze in Queensland, and she's back again, this time in the reclassified 55-kilo category.
A group of islands to the east of Papua New Guinea, named in the 16th century by a Spanish navigator after the biblical King Solomon.
Well, what a dramatic and difficult few months it's been for the friendly islands of Tonga after the cataclysmic volcanic eruption and tsunami in December last year of the Hunga Tonga submarine volcano, causing immense damage to infrastructure. They were effectively cut off from the world for several days. So for this Tongan team, a chance to do the country proud here. And Tonga's men's rugby team sevens, they return tomorrow after missing out in 2014 and 18. Welcome back, Tonga.
So Tuvalu, about 2,500 miles north of New Zealand. You get to Fiji, keep going for another 800 miles. So another country extremely vulnerable to rising sea levels. Last year, Foreign Affairs Minister Simon Cofe gave his climate change conference speech while knee-deep in the ocean to highlight that Tuvalu is sinking.
Yeah, at its narrowest point, the distance across the island is only 20 metres, and spaces at a premium. They actually train on the runway. Don't try that at Heathrow, please.
Vanuatu was adjudged the second happiest country in the world behind Costa Rica, but they took the news well. Want to sound about it.
They are trained by their coach, Ellie Opologi. She's Dawn's auntie. It's getting very complicated, but let's just say it's a power-packed family.
Yes, in weightlifting, Faye Gainga-Stowers is back to defend her title in the new look 87 kilo plus.
Yeah, a little bit of angst that I can transition a bit later to play cricket, but when I was young I just played all sports, and basketball and cricket were two sports that I've loved, and I've just been so privileged to be able to come to events like this with those sports.
Between the two, because you don't get played both, you represent your nation both.
Yeah, look, I took a little bit of a break to commit to one sport, and basketball when I was younger was the one that I put the most effort into, but the way women's cricket's been going and the global events that happen, it just motivated me to want to play cricket even more. So I'm still here and managed to get to a Commonwealth Games, which is just amazing for women's cricket.
In December last year of the Hunga Tonga submarine volcano, causing immense damage to infrastructure. They were effectively cut off from the world for several days. So for this Tongan team, a chance to do the country proud here. And Tonga's men's rugby team sevens, they return tomorrow after missing out in 2014 and 18. Welcome back, Tonga.
So Tuvalu, 2,500 miles north of New Zealand. You get to Fiji, keep going for another 800 miles. So another country extremely vulnerable to rising sea levels. Last year, Foreign Affairs Minister Simon Cofe gave his climate change conference speech while knee-deep in the ocean to highlight that Tuvalu is sinking.
Yeah, and its narrowest point, the distance across the island is only 20 metres, and spaces at a premium. They actually train on the runway. Don't try that at Heathrow, please.
Vanuatu was adjudged the second happiest country in the world behind Costa Rica, but they took the news well. Want to sound about it.
Trained by their coach, Ellie Opologi. She's Dawn's auntie. It's getting very complicated, but let's just say it's a
So Birmingham Celebrity is going to introduce each area of the world. And so we move on with a few fireworks to Africa.
And from the capital, Gaborone, their 12th appearance for Botswana at the Games, and inspired by the successes on the Gold Coast last time. Team of 36, the largest they've said, includes the defending 400 metres champion Isaac Makwana. It's his swan song games.
Yes, he is getting on a bit now, ran in the recent World Championships. Now, the Kalahari Desert covers around 70% of Botswana. Rain is so scarce and highly valued. The national currency is called pula, which means rain or blessing.
It's a magnificent country. There's the Chobe National Park, the Okavango River system. It's a gem of a country, as indeed is Cameroon.
Yes, joined the Commonwealth in 1995. Historic ties to both the UK and to France. Emmanuel Isemi, the sprinter, is one of the flag bearers, and Ayub Ote Are Sofina, judoka.
Magnificent costumes. Opening ceremony. There aren't too many Commonwealth countries where French is the first language, but Cameroon is one. So listen out for their anthem, Chant de Raymond, the rallying song in Hall 1 at the NEC. That's where the weightlifting's going on, and that's where their chances lie.
Now, Eswatini, a country which changed its name from Swaziland just after the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games 4 years ago. Eswatini does mean land of the Swazis. The reason given for the change by the absolute monarch, King Mswati III, was that it was to avoid confusion with Switzerland.
Right. Okay, carrying their flag is a 14-year-old swimmer, Hayley Hoy, who's just completed at the World Aquatics Championships in Budapest in Hungary. She makes her Commonwealth debut in 3 butterfly events. What a summer for her. Now the Gambia.
I like definite articles. Again, one of only 2 countries in the world, along with the Bahamas, that has the definite article in the name, the. And the reason was, when they decided to include definite articles, that they didn't want it to be confused with Zambia. There's a lot of concern about confusion with other countries.
Well, their star sprinter is Gina Bass from the Gambia. We're all celebrating her. They said, well, why wouldn't you? It's a great name.
On to Ghana. Olympic bronze medalist Neil Taki is one to watch here. The featherweight earned his country's first Olympic medal for nearly 30 years last summer, but has since turned professional, so he will not be here. The celebrity is going to introduce each area of the world. So we move on with a few fireworks to
And from the capital, Gaborone, their 12th appearance for Botswana at the Games, and inspired by the successes of the Gold Coast last time. Team of 36, the largest they said, includes the defending 400 metres champion Isaac Makwana. This is swan song games.
We are very happy to make it to this game to show our talent, great opportunity that God Almighty has given us. Yes, I won bronze in 2018 in Australia, and I'm looking forward to change the course of bronze into a gold medal.
Well, best of luck to you as well, and I think Ghana are going to win a lot of hearts, if not medals, this over the next 11 days.
Is the Chobe National Park, the Okavango River system.
So Ghana bringing a huge amount of colour, energy to the Alexander Stadium, and next into the stadium will be a country that knows all about winning medals.
They do. Kenya carrying their flags. Ferdinand Omanyala, the 100 metres African champion, and Caroline Wanjiri from the wheelchair 3-on-3 basketball team. Magnificent opening ceremony. There aren't too many Commonwealth countries where French is the first language, but Cameroon is one. So listen out for their anthems, Chant de Raymond, the rallying song in Hall 1. The blue, white and green, and the traditional straw hat, the mokorotlo that these guys are wearing right now. It's considered part of Lesotho's national dress, believed to have been inspired by the shape of a rival striking Mount Kiloane. It's just really great, the sandstone pillar sticking right out the top.
Well, a quick fact about Lesotho having the highest low points of any country in the world, so we'll have to leave that.
Higher than Ben Nevis, I understand.
Right, yes it is. Malawi, another landlocked country, although it is dominated by water in the past. Lake Malawi, which is about 350 miles long. All 3 of Malawi's Commonwealth Games medals were boxing bronze. As we move on to Mauritius, a nation which is a part of Africa lying to the east of Madagascar, but because of its location and history of Dutch and French and British colonisation, it's extremely diverse in terms of ethnicity, culture, language and faith. For example, it's the only African country where Hinduism is the most practiced religion.
Right, I've only got a couple of words in Mauritian Creole for you. Everything is mari top, which means everything is also...
On to Ghana, Mozambique, former Portuguese territory, joined the Commonwealth in 1995. At the time, it was the only member that had never been part of the old British Empire. Taki is one to watch here. The featherweight earned his country's first Olympic medal for nearly 30 years last summer, but has since turned professional, so he will not be here. Celebrity is going to introduce each